Good morning everybody. Today we will have a look at plus 2 economics chapter 1 introduction to macroeconomics. In plus 1 you have studied the microeconomics that deals with the problems and the economic problems of one individual. In plus 2 we have macroeconomics in our syllabus. So firstly we will discuss what is macro. So what is macro? Macro, the word meaning of word macro derived from word macros, which is a Greek word. So it has a meaning that large. The word macros means large, which means, so the word macroeconomics means the economy as a whole. We will deal about the problems, the economic problems of the whole economy, not at an individual level. In micro we have learned about all the individual level problems, but in macro we will learn about the economic problems of a whole or a large economy or a country or a group of countries. Okay. Now what is the definition? Firstly we will come at the definition of macroeconomics. Macroeconomics is defined as the branch of economics which studies economic issues or economic problems at the level of economy as a whole. I have told to you that macroeconomics deals with the problems of large countries or problem of the economy as a whole, not at small level. For example, employment of a whole country. The employment of a whole country is the problem of the whole country, not a single firm, not a single person. Inflation and deflation. Now what do we mean by inflation? The hike in prices or the rise in price level, in general price level, is called inflation. Now how inflation can be measured? There are some methods, that the wholesale price index, which is called the WPI. We will deal it with further, it's just out of this. Now what is deflation? The word deflation means fall in demand of goods. Now what happens if the demand of goods falls? If the demand of goods falls, then the producers do not produce anything. The government will also get less tax. So the problem comes to the whole budget of the country. So it comes under macroeconomics, because the problem goes to the whole country problem. Okay. Macroeconomics also studies how government can improve the state of economy of a country, because government have to deal with the whole country and the whole economic problem. So it all comes under the macroeconomics. Now have a look at the board and note down any important points. So now we will have a look at the difference between the microeconomics and the macroeconomics. So firstly we are clear that microeconomics deals with the problem of the individual and macroeconomics deals with the problem of the economy at a whole. Now first difference is the same. Micro deals with the problems of individual, and at macro it deals with the problem of economy as a whole. It's clear to everyone? Now second, use the microeconomic variables of consumer demand and supply. In 11th we have also read in microeconomics that the main thing is the market forces of demand and supply. So in also this we use consumer demand and supply, but in case of macro we use aggregate demand and supply. Now what is the meaning of aggregate demand and supply? It means the total demand and the total supply, not the demand and supply of individual or a single market, but the total demand and total supply of the total economy. Okay. Now third now, in case of microeconomics, for example, we take example of your house, that you want to buy a car. So who will take the decision? Your father or your grandfather, or who is the head of the family? So in micro or at individual level, firstly we write the individual, and here we lie economy. Sorry, that economy. So in this, the decision will be taken by the individual, whereas in case of, for example, in India there comes recession. Now what is recession? That the prices are getting low, the demand of the people getting low, the stock market crashes. So who will then take the decision? The RBI, SEBI. RBI, what is RBI? The Central Bank of India. What is SEBI? Securities and Exchange Board of India. Or if there is any problem in the communication or telecommunication, then who will take the decision? TRAI, 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 Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. So in this, the decision will be taken by the big institutions, the government institutions. Okay. Now assumptions. What are the assumptions of micro and macro? What is the difference between the assumptions of the microeconomics and the macroeconomics? In this, the total output and the total employment remains constant. For a single person, they make that the total output and the total employment will be constant. But in case of macro, we can also imagine that at a country level, at a whole country level, it can't be constant. The total output will be remain fluctuating and the total employment also, because it is totally concerned with it. Okay. Now next, what is the main issue of microeconomics? The main issue of microeconomics is the allocation of resources. That we have scarce resources and we have to allocate them to get maximum satisfaction. But what are in the case of macro? It determines the of overall level